Hey guys, this is Jacques from MakuluLinux. Today I'm showing you off the beta 2 of our LXFCE hybrid edition, which is a mixture of LXDE and XFCE. As you can see with the resource usage, your CPU is idling at about 3.9%, 3.7, jumps up and down. Memory usage is currently at about 451, although the system monitor is using about 10 megs of memory, so I'd say about 440 is the load, which is not bad for a 64-bit edition. So let's get on with the review. Let me just move these icons back where they're supposed to be. Anyway, so this is it. This is pretty much the beta 2. It's got the back end of LXDE but the front end of XFCE, so it's got combined elements of both. When you first boot up, you'll obviously get a nice desktop with the quotes, the calendar and the clock, and system icons, favorites, dual menus on both sides. The menu on the right hand side is the Synapse launcher, the menu on the left hand side is the Whisker menu, so that's pretty cool. The apps are mostly standard that you get in all the MakuluLinux editions, which would include Steam, Play on Linux, Full Wine. You also get a VLC Media Player, Kazam, Audacious, Qtox, Radio Tray, XFburn, Full Office Suite, with Document Viewer, Evolution for checking your emails. On the internet, you'll put Firefox's default browser, DLudge is your torrent client, supports Netflix out of the box. MegaSync is included for online storage, 50 gigs of free online storage, Pigeon for your internet messaging. Your graphics is MyPaint, Image Viewer and Image Magic. So LeafPad is the default notepad user calculator in there as well, screenshot tool, variety wallpaper changer, and of course your X archiver. So pretty much it's very standard. It's not over bloated. It's pretty much got all the utilities and software that we include in most of the Linux distros. It's got an on-screen keyboard as well, very nice one, Florence. AppGrid is your default software manager. It's got full A2DP support, boot repair, obviously for repairing boot problems. It's got antivirus built in, firewall built in. It runs on Compass and Emerald. And as you can see, a lot of the backend stuff is all LXDE. Because LXDE doesn't really have any kind of centralized control panel, I've made a control panel for it. It's very basic but very effective. You can get that via the favorites or preferences. You can look there for Makulu's for the settings, system settings there in preferences, or you can simply click the little system settings, the all settings button here. If you click on that, it will bring up this little control center, which has pretty much everything in it that you could possibly need to tweak your system. Accessibility options, backup, that will start the MakuluLinux constructor tool, Bluetooth, change themes, that's your theme, your custom feel and look. And this is the LXDE version. This is not the XFCE one. I really like this. There's a huge reason why I like it, apart from the fact that it gives a nice little preview, actually like a nice little laid out preview of what your theme will look like. You can change the font of the system here as well, quite easy on the same page. But what I really like about this is that you can actually customize the color scheme of the theme without it affecting the global theme itself. For example, currently selected items, if I right click it, selected items are blue. I can go change that, and I quite often do this because I kind of like this like orangey color. So let's change that to like a something like orange or whatever, and I go OK, and now apply, and now when I right click, everything's highlighted orange. I can then go set the normal windows. Let's go set that also to like a sort of orangey color, and let's go text windows and set that to a orangey color as well. Apply, and I'm just going to minimize that. And now if we actually open up a window, you'll see there that I've literally changed the maybe orange is not such a good idea. Let's go and make that a more sort of a red, actually no, maybe yeah, sort of like a, there we go, up. Okay, and do the same with that one. Actually, let's just choose color picker and make that the same. Okay, apply, and there we go. See, we've now literally changed aspects of the theme, color of the theme, without it affecting the actual theme. It's the actual global parameters of the theme itself. So now you've got you know, just a very easy way to sort of because a lot of times you get a theme and there's just certain things you don't like. The theme is brilliant, but then the highlight kind of sucks, you know, or the background kind of sucks a little bit, and you can literally just change settings like that so easily, you know. And if you want to go back to normal, you know, you just untick it and back you go. So I really do like that. That's very awesome. You can set your icons, mouse cursors, fonts, and other as well. So I really like some of the elements that come with LXDE. So you'll find a lot of these settings are all LXDE based, some are XFCE based. Okay, the desktop settings, for example, is the XFCE desktop settings, because I'm running the XFCE panel, XFCE desktop settings, and the XFCE file browser. So you got displays, which itself, of course, your display options. That one also used the XFCE one. Before I was using the LXDE version, and this one just has more options. It's very nice. Drivers, easily install drivers, firewall, manage your firewall, keyboard, login screen customizer. That's the LXDM login screen, and it's got a nice little customizer here, sort of GUI, so you can just select themes and options and so forth. Very nice. Manage drives, mouse and touchpad, networks, notifications, package manager, panels settings. That's obviously the XFCE panel settings, so that's pretty cool. Power, preferred applications, printers, region and language, screensaver, sharing options, sound, startup applications, system information and benchmark. This is another awesome little tool for getting complete information on your system. So that's pretty awesome. System monitor, that's the one you saw earlier. That was the glances. System update, manager, user and groups. This are also based on the actually this are based on the GNOME version system settings. So that's pretty cool. Easily manage your users and permissions and groups. Window border manager, which is your Emerald theme manager, and your Windows manager, which is obviously your Compass Windows, your Compass window manager. As you can see, the system is very snappy, very fast. Just click and it's there instantly. So system performance is great. Most of the animations and stuff that I used to show in the previous videos, most of them have been turned off. If you actually open up Compass Windows Settings Manager, you'll see the only things really enabled here is the opacity, the desktop cube, obviously, to manage your workspaces, and window decorations. Those are literally the only things. Oh, and thumbnail previews, so you can see a little preview of whatever's open. That's very handy, so that's kind of a must. Everything else is literally turned off. All the animations are turned off. Your wobbly windows is turned off. You can easily enable those. Just tick them and you'll notice that now I'll have wobbly windows, and I'll have animation when I minimize, maximize, and you know, that kind of thing. So those are easily turned on by users, but by default they are turned off. Although this is not designed to be a lightweight operating system, there's no point in wasting memory usage and CPU usage for the guys that are not going to be using it. So it is turned off by default. On the desktop front, you've pretty much got your calculator and calendar, which is the Orage calendar. You've got your battery monitor, you've got your system notifications, you've got your audio manager, you've got your wallpaper changer. Very easy to change wallpapers, just click wallpaper selector. You've got a nice beautiful range of new wallpapers that really suit the desktop. Some really new stunning ones that I've put in here. They kind of blend very beautiful. I know that you guys saw some of these on the last one, but I have added quite a few new ones. They just really work well together. So a whole new range of desktop wallpapers never seen in Makulu before, so that's pretty neat. I'm not quite sure how many I actually put in. There must be about 20 odd in here, but it's a whole new range of wallpapers, so I'm sure the users will enjoy that. Anyway, I'll leave that for you guys to discover all on your own. And you've got your network manager, you've got your update manager. On the other side you've got your favorites, which is the standard favorites. That's the file manager, the terminal, your web browser, your software manager, quick update repositories. So that's pretty much in a nutshell. It is a kind of, I would say, almost lightweight OS, but not really in terms of memory usage. I mean, lighter than most, I guess. I mean, your CPU is only running at about 3% with all of the effects and everything else switched on. Your memory consumption at about 400 and odd megs of RAM. The system is very snappy, very snappy. Of course, it comes with Thunar, the new Thunar 1.66, which is the part of the XFCE 4.12. It comes with all of your right-click custom actions already enabled, including the scan for antivirus, scan for threat, which has got a nice little interface. If you click scan for threat, it will take a few seconds. It actually pops up this nice little block interface and it says scanning, and you just kind of wait, and it usually communicates, and there we go, 0 found, blah 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 blah. So that's quite nice. The rest is all enabled, all the default stuff, sharing options and open as root, and if you right click on an image, set as desktop background, and you know, all of those are enabled, so that's pretty awesome. The themes are the same 8 or 12 themes that I usually include well, that I have been including in the last few Makulu editions. They're very nice. There's a black one, a blue one, just completely blue theme with gold text, very nice as well. Then there's a blue dark, which is the default one that we use in this edition. Then there's the dark blue, the green, the grey, the light theme, the monochrome theme, the night theme, a bright orange theme, a white theme, and a wine colored theme. So you've got a nice selection of themes here. Sorry man, I keep getting interrupted. I keep thinking about that video that RLZ made the other day, where he said that, you know, you'll get no interruptions until you want to start recording, and then suddenly everybody will get in your way, and that's pretty much what's happening right now. Anyway, so it's a really balanced operating system. You've got the XFCE front end, you've got the LXDE back end. So a lot of things will be LXDE based, and a lot of will be XFCE based, and you know, I'm not going to go through each and every one now. You'll discover all of that on your own, but it has a really nice balance of, you know, this and that kind of thing, the best of both worlds. And the control center is just so nice. You open it up, you see everything immediately. Everything you need to tweak your system with is right there at your fingertips, so that's very nice. You've got the compass fully operational, so the cube's working, and the unfolded cube, and you've got the cylinder cube as well, and of course the emerald theme borders. You know, I really just wanted that to be default, because Emerald is unmatched with theme borders. I mean, GTK borders cannot even do anything like this. So you know, most of the default settings that are enabled on Compass are there for a reason. The rest is disabled, but like I said, the system is fast and snappy. You won't have any problems with speed wise. And for 64-bit system, 400 megs of RAM is not that much. Quite a lot of the stuff is back-end debuses and stuff that's preloaded into RAM. And it runs nice, you know, it's nice and smooth. No lag, no nothing. I'm in VirtualBox. So it's a nice little hybrid build, you know. You've got the back end of LXDE, which is probably why it's so fast and snappy, and you've got the front end of XFCE, so you kind of have the best of both worlds. And there's a lot of transparency as well, you know, with themes and stuff. You can always do that. You can see it in the menu here. You can see the recycle bin through the menu. The bottom panel is transparent. Synapse is semi-transparent, and you know, the bottom panel with the transparency this time around, on some wallpapers it will show completely transparent, but on other wallpapers you'll actually see the panel just slightly. And this is mostly because I have edited the actual border theme to be less transparent than usual, and I've sort of resized the edges a little bit, so they are a little bit thicker than usual. And the actual border theme is a little darker on this edition, so the panel I had to adjust accordingly. But on some wallpaper you'll actually see the panel, at least only slightly, but you'll still see it. And on other colorful wallpapers you will not. So that's quite nice, so it's kind of gives it like that effect as well. But anyway, that is pretty much the hybrid build up close. It's fast, really fast. It works off the bat. It's got everything you could want in it. You know, it's got the best of both worlds. The guys that have used LXDE, you'll be happy that there's some elements of LXDE in here. At least the nice elements. And the guys that use XFCE will probably really enjoy those items, because they function better than the XFCE counterpart, and vice versa. You know, you've got a nice little hybrid build here. I don't think this has ever been done before, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much beta 2. As you can see, it's very stable, very quick, very beautiful. So this is beta 2. It should probably be released within the next week or so. I've had very few bugs on this, mainly because I'd already been working on LXDE and XFCE separately, so I literally just combined my two builds that I was working on into one. So I just ported over pretty much any customizations and stuff that I'd made, so that wasn't too hard. But it's a beautiful desktop, beautiful wallpapers, beautiful themes. You've got the elements of two different desktops working together. It's quick and snappy. You know, I mean, this is with Compass running it. This is very snappy. You know, very quick. If you want to enable the extra animations, just a click of a button and it's done. You got decent software. I mean, this is a great build. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much the beta 2. Just thought I'd update all the users on that, and to see how far we've come in the progress. But you guys, whoever's interested in running this or testing this, you know, keep an eye out for this. It'll probably be released, I'd say, in the upcoming week that's coming ahead. I was hoping to make a Sunday night release, but I won't keep that deadline. I've got a little hectic weekend ahead of me. I would say probably in the next few days, but sort of during the course of next week this should be released, unless of course we find any major bugs, but at this point in time we haven't. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I'll chat to you guys later.